I think I took a shit in my neighbor's lawn.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, I'm hurting. You haven't looked at the Instagram at all? Like you have no idea where you are right now?
No. Why? What type of pod is this?
I don't know. I just feel like you'd like lose a few brain cells if you like actually looked. That's wild, man.
You know, yeah, I haven't really, I haven't looked. My bad.
Tits, man. That's wild.
I probably should have.
I kind of feel bad now.
Yeah, I like
just
going into this stuff with no anticipation.
Yeah, it's always cool to like meet new people, though, dude. You know,
Yeah.
like when you have no idea about the other person.
Yeah.
But I've seen your videos. Like I see them all the time. They always like show up on my feed. So
Oh, that's what's up.
yeah, you have a lot of funny videos. When did you start doing like the whole sketch thing?
Started doing the sketch stuff a long time ago. I actually met up with Mike Oldroyd, another comic. We did this thing, Midwest Sketch Bandits. We like had a little area and had a camera guy. We were just throwing it together, but we did like 12 of those, you know, just us doing it. And then he moved, the pandemic and all that, and then I got into doing it this way. But honestly, probably about 5 years now. Even on my own before him, I did some on my own.
Yeah.
Did sketch at UCB like 7 years ago.
What do you do when like when you're writing and someone brings up an idea and it's just like retarded?
Oh, dude, you get that all the time on set. Like I'm filming a movie and people will be like, oh, you know what you do? The whole movie will be about like this following this one character. But, you know, you get 5, 6 people, actors on set. Then they're like, oh, no, I'll tell you, we got to do this. And no, trust me, we'll do it. And you got to be the bad guy and be like, this is how I handle that. I go, oh, maybe another time. But for now, let's just do the, you know, you just shut them down. Yeah. You kind of got to.
I can see you saying that too. Just being like, oh, no, we'll do that another time.
Oh, that sounds good. But maybe not right on this one in particular.
Yeah, I feel like when I was trying that stuff during COVID and stuff.
Yeah.
I just feel like, you know, it just feels like everyone wants their own role, you know? And they're like, oh, like I should say this. And it's like, nah, dude.
You can't get people to say the line. Honestly, it's so hard. There's times, especially working with comics versus actors, like when I first started, I didn't know any actors, so I wouldn't be able to hire actors. I didn't have the money. So I'd always use comics. Yeah. And then you're on set, you're in the middle of it, you got the camera people there, you might be spending $300, $400, $500, you got location, and then you got this friend over here, and then you're like, okay, and then remember when he says action, you come in. So about 2 seconds, but listen for my line. When I say okay, then you know, come in. All right, so we're doing the scene, okay. And we're waiting, and it's like, okay. And we're waiting. We look outside. The dude's gone. The other actor completely left, dude. I'm calling him. Dude, he's in Washington Square Park doing coke. I'm like, dude, what if I find him 3 hours later? I'm like, everybody left, dude. We had to cancel the whole thing. He's like, yeah, man, I fucked up. I'm just man. Bro, what?
And then you're just getting all emotional, dude, because you put so much into it.
You're just like, bro, a whole Saturday. I hired camera people. I had like a location and everything. You know, you run
that's
into
gotta
that.
suck, man. Because you like you have in your mind like what you want it to look like,
right?
Does it ever like turn out that way, or is it always kind of like?
You know what? It doesn't turn out that way, but it's all for the better. Like the short I'm doing, my stars. I had like 3 main characters that was very important that they were in it, and 2 of them canceled the night before, and then 2 little extra roles with a few lines. So a cast of 7 people, 5 canceled. I had to replace the whole cast, and literally this is at midnight. We're shooting at 10 in the morning the next day, and I replaced everybody. and it turned out to be a way better shoot than I would have ever even imagined.
Yeah.
And they didn't even know the lines. They didn't study the line. And I was like, oh, so sometimes it's for the better.
Yeah, dude.
But you learn. You're like, all right, I'm not calling that person no more.
Yeah.
You know, somebody screws you once or twice.
Yeah, it's an emotional roller coaster, dude.
Have you?
Sometimes I would like make sketches and I would pitch the idea.
Yeah.
And it would just be so far fetched that people would just like hang up. Dude.
Yeah, I've had that a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know why I have this idea for a sketch for like 10 years and I can't let it go. I used to walk dogs when I first moved here. Mm-hmm. And anyways, every time I pitch it, people donate. They actually, I feel like they lose respect for me. They're like, I just don't get why you would even think that's remotely something there. But so I ended up knowing this kid that I grew up with, and his dad and his brothers used to fake like they were biting the dog's nose, right? They would pretend. They make the noise, hey, 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 you know, and you'd hear it. And he'd be like, I'm going to bite your nose. And it was the funniest thing to me because there was one kid that never knew they were faking, and he was biting his dog's nose. And I don't know why it's like so funny to me, but everybody's like, yeah, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm just cracking up trying to tell him the idea. Like, no, this guy was actually biting his dog's nose.
And you have that image in your mind too, like you're trying to like paint a picture.
Yeah. And you hear the dog crying. It's yeah. And people are like, yeah, no, I don't. I don't see the humor in that one.
Yeah, dude. I mean, at least you can film in like New York City, dude. Like where I'm from, dude. If you were filming like crazy stuff, like people would call the cops and like,
oh wow,
you know. And I'm not even talking about like this isn't like Vice Land. Like this is just like a bunch of Karens.
Yeah.
Like even if you leave the house, they're gonna call the cops, dude.
Yeah.
You know.
Where's that at?
In Rhode Island.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like
you don't
Rhode
even.
A lot of Italians out there. I did a show in Rhode Island. I did this Apple Winery or something. I don't know if you've ever seen. It's a little comedy room they do there.
Yeah.
Some great food out there, bro.
Nobody's ever outside anymore, though. Dude. It's weird. You know, it's like a lot of like a lot of Portuguese dudes who are like plotting against the world and shit, man. Just saving up on apples and shit.
The place I went was heavy Italian. A lot of risotto.
Oh, you probably went to Providence, dude.
Oh yeah, I was in Providence. Yeah,
like,
it was all Italians.
Yeah, yeah. They have a strip of just like Italian restaurants.
Yeah, I mean the stuff filming in New York, that's why we're here. We're just talking about the rent. It's like, dude, if I try to do this in Ohio, I definitely ain't finding no actors. Nobody in Ohio is like, oh yeah, I'll do that. I won't change oil tomorrow at the Ford dealership. I'll come. I'll act like an eggplant with you in this video.
Yeah, it takes a lot of balls to even like there were some sketches I tried making on my own, and I was just like, thank God I didn't make that, man. You know? I remember one time I was going through a breakup, dude, and I was just like, this was a long time ago, but you ever go through a breakup and you start to spiral a little bit and have like wild ideas, dude? I ended up dressing up in woman's tights, dude, and like a tight shirt.
Yeah.
Dude, I got a wig on and lipstick, dude, and I pulled my pants down in the Burger King drive-thru.
Wow.
Dude, so I was like facing Burger King with my ass out. Like I was spreading my cheeks apart too. No, dude, not even one person laughed.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you know, it's funny. It's crazy. I don't know if it's something about Burger King. In high school, we used to go streak around Burger King.
Really?
We'd just, we'd get out of the car and we'd run around Burger King naked.
During the day?
We thought it was so funny. Whenever, day, night.
I feel like that would play like a huge role in my decision.
Now it's like, looking back, I'm like, I can't believe we did. I knew these kids. I hung out with them and they were like, I dare you to run around the Burger King naked. So I did that, and I ended up realizing real early on this isn't a good group of people I want to be hanging out with. Every time we're hanging out, then one of us is getting naked. I'm like, I don't know what type of boys club this is, right? So I quit hanging out with the people, and about 6 months goes by, and they're on the news, dude. They made CNN news because they went out to Cleveland and they're playing the tape. And they're like, now, some people aren't named like this one right here. And you see me, dude, on the news running around Burger King naked. 6 o'clock news. Nobody ratted me out though. Dude, it's playing 24/7. Trying to find this assailant. I'm running around Burger
What year
King.
was this, dude?
This was in 2001.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And the tape resurfaces every now and then. One of them will drop it on Facebook. Like it's like nostalgic to them.
Did any of them like come out of the closet or anything?
In that group? No, I don't think so. No, they were just doing stuff like that for fun. Before school, I remember I hung out with them one time. They were giving me a ride to school. He goes, yeah, man, I'll give you a ride. We're meeting up beforehand. We're all going to meet up here. So we meet up on some street corner. I'm like, are we picking somebody up? They go, no, hold on. We're pretending that we're selling magazines door to door. And they go, but check it out. Here goes the thing. Matt is going to have his dick out. And then this kid's going door to door selling magazines with his dick out. And it's before school. It's like 6:30 in the morning. People are opening up the door. He's like, hey, so we got the Time Life magazine. And his dick's out. This one guy, his daughter answered. And, you know, she's like staying home from school. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? Your thing's out. The dad was all screaming. Your thing is out. We're just sitting there cracking up. Dick all out before school.
That's so funny, dude. That happened when you went to high school and like you had to fundraise for sports because they had no money. So we'd go around this wicked rich neighborhood, dude. We would just go door to door knocking. And we went to this one house. It's like middle-aged man, dude. He opens up the door, dude. He's just wearing a white shirt. Nothing else. Just,
oh, man.
Dude, his shirt was like above his belly button, too. Uh-huh. So, dude.
Oh, he was on some creep shit.
We were like, dude, he was mentally challenged.
Oh,
and we didn't
shit.
know. And we didn't know. And then there was different groups of us. So like people just kept knocking on the door because they wanted to sell like you had to sell tickets to raise money. So every single hour there would be like a new group of kids who would just ring his doorbell and just dude, felt so bad, dude. But that's something you'll remember for the rest of your life, dude.
Oh yeah, there's times I've done some dumb shit. Like I know one time my father, he got remarried and I was meeting like her parents and stuff for the first time, like my stepmom, and I'm like 16.
Yeah,
and I didn't know that this guy, like the type of relationship they had. Like I remember my first grandparents from my mother or whatever. They call you if they're gonna come over. They knock on the door.
Yeah.
They don't have a key and just show up. So I'm thinking nobody's home, and he's home. Her dad. So essentially my grandfather's home. And he's downstairs painting, and you know I'm just on the phone with my buddy, and I'm all loud and being stupid. I'm all like, "Yeah, I told the motherfucker did it in," and I'm yelling all this shit. I'm selling the bricks, bitch. You heard? And I look, and he's right there. That's the first time he met me. He's like, "Well, hello, Dominic.
Oh, wow.
Good afternoon." I'm all
you
like,
think
hey.
you heard everything you said?
Yeah, dude, I'm going off.
Because you're hilarious, dude. But you're good at like keeping a straight face.
Oh yeah,
and that makes me laugh so much, man. You know,
man, there was a buddy, we used to call it straight face, and one of my real good friends of mine, I wish he'd be a comedian. He's the one that got me into that. Anytime we'd go anywhere, he was older than me, so he was the first one with a license. Like, so he'd pick me up. We'd go to like Chick-fil-A or to Walmart. And I remember everywhere we went, he would mess with people. Like, we were out one time, we seen the sports, Mr. Sports or whatever from our hometown at the bar. And he's all like, oh, yeah. He's like, I'm going to go mess with this dude. Tell him you're just watching me. I'm like, what do you mean? He just goes up to the dude. He's all, shan. He just keeps trying to touch the dude. And, bro, I'm losing. I'm trying my best not to laugh. Like, everywhere we go to GNC. I'm just buying some vitamins. He'd be like, excuse me. He goes, I was wondering if you could help me. And he starts lifting up his shirt. He's like, I have a goiter. And, dude, I just lose my shit. Everywhere we went, he'd say something off the hook, just crazy.
Yeah. You guys still talk or no?
Yeah, I'm still cool with him. I mean, he's got 2 kids. He's working, but I wish that we had shit back then, like a video. We called it straight face, and you'd see how far you can mess with somebody. like bad, because we worked together at a car dealership, so we were together 24/7. We were almost on the same page. We had this kid prank his mom. We got the number off the application. His application, we seen the emergency contact was his mother. And I put the number in my phone under cheating bitch. And I'm all like, dude, I'm going to call this girl. She cheated on me. Call her a dumb fat bitch. And he goes, all right. And it's his mom. And I called it. It's on speakerphone. She answers. He's like, hey, you dumb fat bitch. She goes, Matthew. He just hangs up the phone.
Did you, when you were younger, like, did people like look at you and they were like, all right, like, I respect this dude? Like, they had no idea, like, your humor side, or were you kind of, like, open about it, you know?
Yeah, no, I was always silly. People always had me doing stand-up way before I even thought stand-up was a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it would be third grade on the bus. Yo, Dom, do stand-up. Like, always. And auditorium, when we'd have the school meeting, people all day, hey man, we know there's a meeting, you know, are you gonna mess with them? Because I used to raise my hand when they'd be like, is there any questions? Like, when you meet in the auditorium, I would raise my hand and, you know, just ask stupid questions like, you know, am I allowed to wear but before I tell you this, I want you to know I'm Italian. You know, I'd keep saying that. I'm Italian, just so you know. Can I wear red? And they just be confused. I just keep it going, you know, messing with them.
So
or
you
something.
had you understood like the art of it at an early age?
I just liked the attention. I was always being funny. You know, I was honestly, a lot of me would do the stuff me and my buddy came up with. That kid I work with, I'd known him my whole life. So we'd end up joking about something the night before, and then I'd end up taking it to school.
Yeah, it took me a while to figure out the whole organization of humor, you know?
Yeah.
Because I was always really random, dude. I was always yelling shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yelling
That's the
penis
funniest
and
shit.
stuff and like vagina, and I thought it was like the funniest thing in the world, but there's no like structure to that, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it would be funny if you you yelled vagina on stage, like that would be funny, but it's like, you know, you're better than that, dude.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
that stuff with
everyone,
your friends is funny though.
Just because of like your straight face, I just figured like people might look at you and, you know, think you're like quiet or something.
Yeah. No, I guess they always kind of knew. You know, I was always pretty much doing an impression or doing something stupid. And in real life, I am quiet. When people are like, dude, you're supposed to be a comedian. I got to remind myself, I take myself too serious. Like when I go do a gig, I think being scarred, you know, in like in general, they make comedy so fucking hard, these bookers and everybody. It's like you got to kiss ass and beg. And so I'm always feel like I'm walking on eggshells. I need to just be like, yeah, screw it, you know.
Yeah, just be yourself, yeah.
Yeah, but you know how they do it here. It's like you feel like, oh, I gotta present. I need this 5 minutes of stage time or something.
Yeah, and then you got to remind yourself to just have fun, dude.
It's like, bro, we're comedians.
Yeah.
The last thing we want to be is serious. And one of us, this clip could go mega viral. Your whole life's different.
Yeah, it's wild, man. It's wild how people are like talking about serious stuff too as comedians. Like, you know, if you're talking about like farts and balls and stuff, you know, you shouldn't be like giving people advice about.
Right.
You know, it's like dudes who used to light their farts on fire are giving advice about like politics. So it's like,
Right.
It's like, dude, I saw you like finger bang a chicken. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't be talking about like, you know, serious stuff.
Yeah, dude, you see too much of that bullshit.
Yeah, but like you said, man, like that never really happened to me that often. Or like, because I was super quiet, dude, and I never like it was hard for people to read me and stuff. And I remember one time I in high school I bought my first vehicle, and it was a truck, and I ended up picking this girl up, and I pulled into her driveway, dude, and her dad was outside.
Yeah.
And this is my first time driving the truck. So she was like, you have to say hi to him. Like, you have to get out of the truck and say hi to him and like meet him. And I was like, yeah, no problem. So I got out. I was like, hey, how you doing? I'm John. Nice to meet you. And he was like, yo, bro, sick truck, man. Like, is it cool if I check it out? So he's like walking around the truck, and he goes around the back, and there was these stickers on the back that I had no idea were there.
Uh-huh.
And I had a Dodge Ram, and it said, Dodge the father, Ram the daughter. And he was just like, nice stickers, man. But I was like, oh.
Wow.
I was like, oh, I just got it, man. I just picked it up. Like, he was like, I'm sure, dude. But stuff like that, man. You're just like, shit, dude. You know?
Yeah, I've always had blow up in my face trying to be funny in front of the girl. I remember I had this date. Same thing, I was 16. My car didn't have reverse, dude, so it was real bad. He's like, no, you got to pull in this way. And I knew, no, dude, the fucking thing don't have reverse. If I pull in that way, I'm going to be pushing it for 20 minutes trying to get, I need to park on a hill, you know? And the dude's like, no, I'm trying to pull it on the hill. He's like, what's the matter with you? Pull it here now. And I pull it in. I'm like, all right, now I know I got to push this car out when I leave.
Yeah.
So I'm hanging out and I'm trying to make her laugh, and her dad turns around and I make this stupid face and he goes, I could see you in the mirror there. He seen me make the face. And the daughter's like, yeah, why would you do that? Dude, I felt so uncomfortable, and then I had to leave. Dude, I flooded out my car. It won't start. So I had to wait like 30 minutes. I'm sitting on his porch. He goes, he's giving me this long speech. It's just disrespectful, man. You're 17. When I was 17, I was enlisted in the military. And he's telling me your car, you can't even get your damn car out of here.
Oh, man. Dude, that stuff creep. Like, that's so stressful, man.
I'm pushing my car. They're not even helping me.
You a good driver or no?
I'm all right. Sometimes I drive and I just forget I'm driving. That's my problem. Been doing it too long. A lot of times I'll end up somewhere else and be like, son of a bitch,
Yeah, I always get, I'm not a great driver, but I'm pretty decent. Like, I've never been in an accident. I've been in one accident, but I always freak out when people yell at me, like, to get into, like, a parking space, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I used to work for Amazon, dude, during COVID.
Oh,
and
bro.
You had to pack up the vans and stuff, get ready for the day. And, dude, the turnout was so tight, dude. Like, you had to fucking be focused, man. And this dude was just like, fucking go. Because I was like, I'm not going to make it, dude.
Right.
I was like, I'm literally not going to make it. He was like, send it. And I literally drove into like a steel pipe.
Wow.
And just completely leveled it, dude. Like, fucking dented the front end. And I backed out and just left. And he just like didn't even flinch, dude. They're tapped in there, man. In the Amazon factories, dude, there's people like pissing in bottles. Like,
damn. Yeah, I feel like they gotta
man.
be paying though. I see those people everywhere.
I mean, you make like 20 an hour, maybe.
So you're making some bank, but you're also driving a big ass truck around New York.
Yeah, it wasn't even here. It was in Massachusetts.
They need to pay more just for the big ass truck driving. Like that's
around here. I don't know how much it would, dude. I'd kill myself if I had to do Amazon around here, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy people, dude. But if you're in the suburbs, man, there's nothing better, dude. I would just play some classic rock, dude, and just drive around with a coffee, man.
Yeah, dude.
Life.
I've had moving jobs around here where you got the big truck, and dude, there's times like I've scraped it, did that, and it's like, I'm going. I don't have time. I used to keep an extra 100 on me for when I'd scratch somebody's car. I'd just hop out and give them the 100.
Oh yeah.
I mean, because you can't wait for the cops. You're like, dude, I got 2 more moves lined up, and I feel like you're gonna this is when all the outside dining was there, dude. You're scraping cars and moving. It's just, you were in New York, just
the way it is, dude.
Your shit's getting scraped, bro. Like, what do you want me to do? I had one last time I had a car. Actually, it was a S10 pickup truck, and it was beat to shit. It was this cheap car, and I didn't even have insurance at the time. It was like in between insurance things, and I was like, I know I shouldn't drive, but I'm like, screw it. And I was working, I used to do some detailing like on the side, like I could get little marks out of paint, and I had some chemicals in the truck like to detail with, like on the move a little, like people's nice cars. So anyways, do a brake line. My brake line pops and I rear end somebody, and I mark up their car, and they hop out like lawsuit ready. Like I barely even hurt them. I just marked up their car. It didn't even dent it. And they're all like, oh, my back, I'm calling the police. And it was this older lady. And, dude, I get the wax out, and I rub the mark out. And you can't even tell I hit the car. It looks perfect. Yeah. And the cops show up. I'm like, look, I tried telling her. She thinks I hit the car. There's not even a mark. There would definitely be a mark. Dude, the cop let me go. He's like, all right. He goes, miss, you're just obviously shook up. Dude, I rear-ended the car. I didn't even have insurance. The cop didn't even ask to check.
Yeah.
I'm like, she stopped short, and I hit my brakes, And I beeped the horn, and she got out talking about I hit her. I'm like, I'm 10 feet away from her,
Yeah.
you know? And then he goes, hey, it's okay. You can pull out. I had to drive away with no brakes. I'm waiting for the cop to leave. He's like, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm thinking, bro, I don't got any brakes.
Oh, man.
Bro, I ended up driving, and then I had to go in people's yards to slow the car down, bro. I'm in somebody's yard, and the fucking cop comes pulling in. I'm like, bro. He goes, hey, bud, what's going on? You all right? I'm like, oh, yeah, I got the wrong house. I'm supposed to be picking up some mulch. Dude, I don't even know where I got the lie from. The cop lets me go, and I'm pulling out. I get stuck in this dude's yard. He comes outside. He goes, yo, what the hell are you doing, dude? I'm tearing his yard. You would think I'm purposely giving him a lawn job. I just couldn't, dude. I'm destroying the dude's yard. Oh, I'm trying to move. I'm like, dude, mud is everywhere.
Oh, my God, dude.
He's just screaming. And then he comes out trying to help me. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. I'm stuck. I was like, let me just park my car over here. I'll give you my insurance information. Just drove away. Oh, that truck was such bad luck, dude. I drive away, finally get the brakes fixed, and it's wintertime. And I'm doing like 2 miles an hour. It's the second time I'm out with the truck. I'm like, dude, this is a bad luck truck. I just got the brakes fixed. It's snowing. And this dude pulls up next to me to pass me. I'm like, no, he's not fucking passing me, dude. I floor it. I go sideways into a ditch, bro. I was like, fuck this truck, bro. Antifreeze shit everywhere. I'm like, dude, what?
You got a straight face the whole time, too. Dude.
Yeah.
It's so
I'm real good at looking scared. Like, I'll just look really scared. I'll be like, well, what happened? He'll be like, what do you mean what fucking happened?
Oh, man.
Oh, this is nice. What do you mean what happened? You just took out my mailbox. No, I didn't do that. I get real serious. What happened?
Dude, when I worked for Amazon, I pulled up to this this rich dude's house. It was like 9 at night, and it was like one of my first weeks, dude. And I was like, dude, I'm like 50 stops behind. I'm gonna be out here midnight.
Wow.
So they're sending dudes to come like help me out. It had to be my second week, man. I'm speeding, dude. I'm just like throwing packages on people's lawns. Like I'm just like, I gotta get the fuck out of here, dude. I pull up the van to like this rich dude's house, and the back of the van had like a railing that was broken off. Like it was like hanging off the back.
Yeah.
And it wrapped around this dude's mailbox and just pulled it out of the dirt. So I'm driving down the road and I just hear like the loudest sound, like, and then I turn around, I just see his mailbox like hooked to the back, and I'm like dragging it, dude. And I was like, dude, I can't go back and be like,
no, he doesn't know what happened.
Yeah, I mean, he probably does, dude. I turned around and just took it off and laid it on the ground.
Wow.
If he has cameras, he's just gonna see me like, you know.
Yeah, man, the good old days.
Yeah, it's funny though.
You ever date like a real lanky, stretched out, one of those uncoordinated girl? It's like they're growing, like they got the little pony legs going, they're tripping on shit.
We had a girl in middle school. She broke both of her legs at the same time, just walking.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she wasn't drinking enough milk, dude.
Yeah.
She was like 85 pounds, dude. Her name was Carson Scaletti, dude.
I knew a girl that got them shots. Her parents had money, and they give you them shots if you're 12, where it opens up your growth plates. Everything got big on her but her torso. Dude, her like arms and legs, her fingers, everything. Abnormally long neck. She had the torso of a 6-month-old baby.
What do you mean growth plates? Those are things they like drill?
If you got money, they'll give you shots. It's something special. You get these
like
shots.
Fucking horse tranquilizers,
It's expensive. Dude? I think it's like $3,000 a gram or something.
Jesus.
It's for these people with money. Because, you know, it helps you grow. But you can't really balance it out. This was 20 years ago. You couldn't really balance it out like that. She's still elongated. She works at Walmart. She's a cashier at Walmart in our hometown.
You think she's slobbing on cock?
I mean, you know, if she's lucky enough, I guess, you know, somebody's getting that cashier mouth.
There's got to be a dude out there who's into that kind of stuff.
Yeah, one of those lanked out girls. Well, I think with guys, it doesn't matter. You know, we'll take anything.
Yeah.
You know, as long as she pays her bills on time.
She still look like a human, or does she have like 6 dicks or something?
She's real elongated. Everything's long. She looks like you ever see that toy that you stretch out, Stretch
Yeah.
Armstrong?
It just doesn't break.
Yeah, she's stretched out, to your neck all long,
At least she's unbreakable, dude.
wrists long, everything long.
Wow.
Except for her torso, little shit.
She make it in the league or no?
Like she sits in a stool and she gets lower. You're like,
Yeah.
No, she never played ball. Actually, she was just she was just a regular girl, decent at math, and she just got them growth plates. Her
Waste of
parents had
talent,
money.
dude.
Dad was this rich lawyer too. Used to always get our mayor of our town off. He'd be telling us, "Yep, got busted picking up hookers."
He would jerk them off?
He would get them off, out of legal shit.
Oh. I think you were saying they had like a relationship.
Get pulled over with some, get pulled over. Yeah, she was a smooth talker, man. She ended up in my basement one time. I woke up, my mother let her in. I
What
just
age?
wake up, she's standing over my bed all along.
What age?
I was about 16.
Damn.
Yeah,
was
she
just
started
she was
growing into
hovering
that.
over you?
Yeah. Cause she, true story, this is a true story. She got really, way taller than everybody else with these shots. I knew her since like the 6th grade.
Damn.
And got these shots and was like, just tall.
I'm trying to think of someone I knew who had like a disorder, like a disability like that. I just can't. I knew a few girls with one time I came home from football practice and this girl sent me a picture of her tits. It was my first ever time
shit.
experiencing it. I had an NV2.
What's an NV2?
It's a Verizon phone.
Oh,
Anytime
okay.
you got a photo, they would charge you. So,
Oh, wow.
So I was like, dude, this better be good. And I remember opening it up, and dude, her nipples were like the size of her tits.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she had huge nipples, dude.
I knew somebody like that once.
I just felt
Comedian,
like,
actually.
Really?
Yeah, I don't want to say her name,
You
but
saw him? Say her name.
it's all nips, dude. Blow you away.
Really? Dude, yeah, man, I don't even know. I can't even explain what happened. I think something happened to my eyes.
Yeah.
When I saw it, I felt like I was looking into like another dimension, dude.
It's real animalistic when you see him with those things.
I felt kind of, I showed all my boys.
Yeah, of
And
course.
they were like, that's how rumors kind of spread.
Right.
That's how I felt kind of bad, but at the same time, it was just like, it's so inhumane, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, dude, I know a girl like that. The worst is when you got the girl on your phone in the background and your boy sees it and you're all proud. Yeah, it's look, you see my girl.
Yeah.
He's like, man, you're lucky. And you get to feel that gloatness of your friend being jealous. You're like, yeah, man, I am. He'll be like, yeah, man, because she's a freak, man. I used to blow her back out all the time. Then the other friend comes out, oh, yeah, that's funny. You dating Jess now. Yeah, man. We used to really fuck her up. And
You speaking from personal experience right now?
And then you're like, guys, it's my girlfriend,
man.
guys. They start pulling up the videos.
Oh,
They're showing you. You're like, she said she would never do that.
that's tough. Yeah, that's the worst. Because you
I almost
you
married
feel like,
the girl.
Really? What happened, man?
She ended up cheating on me some more. I couldn't let it go no more. She kept cheating on me with people. I'd see her random places. And people would even hit me up. They'd be like, yeah, man, I wanted to tell you, I know you and Jess broke up. I ended up buying her some drinks. She slobbed me up. And I'm like, dude, I'm still with her. But I loved her so much, I wanted to stay with her. Like you were talking about heartbreak. This was one of those. And then I came home one time. I went home to visit, and I was still thinking about this girl. For 6 years, I thought about this girl. And I hear a girl crying in the snow, and she's laying there. Her underwear's around her ankles, and it's her.
Wow.
Bro, she's like, somebody just fucked me. I don't know who it is. And she was crying, dude. She's laying in the snow.
What?
She's like, I'm married. Can you give me a ride home to my husband? And I was like, man, thank you, God, for not letting me marry this girl. I gave her a ride home. The husband had me all in the middle of it. He's like, what did the guy look like? I'm like, bro, I seen her in the snow crying. I was like, I don't know. But then I started thinking, like, you know what? This dude's getting cocky with me. I'm like, fuck him. So I was like, well, I seen the first 3 dudes. And then after that, I went over there to make sure she was all right. She was with like 2 dudes, kind of beating them off simultaneously. And then I think there was another dude that hit. And then I went 8 and some more dudes hit. And I came back. You should have seen this dude's face, man. His kids, they had kids together,
Wait,
too.
so walk me through this, dude. You're blowing my fucking, like, I'm losing brain cells, dude. So you're saying you're driving down the road.
No, walking out of a bar. I stopped in a bar for a drink.
And she was jerking 2 dudes off.
Well, she was laying in the snow, crying, underwear around her ankles, real confused look on her face.
You gave her a ride home to her husband.
Yeah.
Where's the jerking off coming from?
So I did make these things up because the dude, I was trying to be cordial with the guy.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to be nice, and he's getting cocky. You know, he's all like, no, like, I want to know. So I'm like, all right, you know, you're fucking with the wrong person, because don't keep in mind, I gave your wife a ride home. She's nothing to me. This is the mother of your children right here.
Yeah.
So, you know, I went in. I was like, all right. I was trying to lie for her. She's incoherent at this time. I'm just like, okay. So I seen there was 2 dudes. And I was really describing it to him.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't really know what happened. She was like bent over the back of a truck. And she's like, oh yeah, fuck my ass. Fuck my ass. And I was like, you know, and I let it be. I went inside, had another drink, and I came out, and there's a different set of dudes now. This time, someone did have the mouth. I'm just for 20 minutes. I'm telling him this shit about his wife.
Damn.
I'm describing what they look like. He's all naming the people. That's Jerron. That's Jerron.
Oh,
I'm like,
knew.
he had tattoos on his neck. I think, you know, he drove a Cutlass.
Damn. So you kind of saw like yourself in him a little bit.
Yeah, the early me. And honestly, if he would have been nice, I wouldn't have made him think all that about his wife. But they ended up getting a divorce. She's married again to somebody else from back home. That's the thing with those back home girls.
What do you think
ever have
kept you
that
going,
happen?
though? When she was cheating on you, like, what do you think kept you in the game?
First pretty girl I've ever dated.
Yeah.
She was the first girl. Because normally the girls I had back in the day, people come up to me and be like, man, that's nice of you, man. That's nice you're helping her out. You treat her right. You treat her like a human. I'd be like, yeah, you know. And that's how it was with my first couple girlfriends. So when this girl was a Budweiser model, and she was in a Blink-182 video.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And anyways, I met her at Wendy's. And either way, you know, just the looks. I was infatuated by the looks. She was so pretty.
Yeah, it's crazy what that'll do to you, man.
Oh, my
You still
God.
have some mental photos up there?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a few. And she fell off, dude. She was in her prime at 20. You know, started getting
Makes
into
you think,
dope.
dude, like how lucky you are that it happened early on and not like later in life.
Well, she was a straight arrow back in the day. She used to just eat cereal. She'd eat that Special K cereal, like 4 cups a day. She stayed real healthy, little strawberries, some Greek yogurt. And then she just fell off quick, got involved with the wrong guy, you know.
Yeah, once you started
DUIs,
sucking dick, dude.
all that at the bar, everybody'd say it. Yeah, she'll suck your dick for drinks. Yep, that's what they'd all say about her. I bought her a few drinks, even after we broke up.
Mm-hmm.
I was, you know, just waiting my turn. You know, but that's the worst, man. That was the worst breakup I've ever had. After that, every other girl, I just been like, you know, at least she's not sucking all my friends off.
Yeah.
Now in comedy, you get that. You ever mess around with a girl in comedy, and then she's banging 20 other dudes?
Yeah, I feel like you always find out. I've never experienced that, but I feel like I'd find out when it's too late.
Oh, when you're with her?
I'd already have the hard-boiled eggs ready, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you just spent your whole paycheck on her. And then, yeah, all your friends are like, oh, yeah, we all ran through that.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you going to the orgy later?
Yeah. They're hitting her up at 3 a.m.
It sucks, man, because they're so good at, like, playing it off.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, I don't hook up with guys. You know, I'm a respectable young woman.
Yeah.
And then at night, dude, they're just smacking dicks around.
You could always tell once the alcohol comes out. A lot of these girl comics will be real cordial. You turn around, they're making out with somebody that's like 58 years old. And you're like, whoa, what's this? I thought she was cool. 20 minutes ago, she's telling me about her grandmother and how she's a Mormon and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then now
Makes
she's...
you think, man, because like you can kind of... alcohol is weird, man. You know?
You ever get girls randomly? I'll tell you what I get a lot of randomly is girl comics sending me their nudes and like a link to their OnlyFans, and then them saying the first month's free, or here's one on the house. And then they'll be like, but if you want to buy this one, you know, I try to help comedians out. We're all a family. This girl sent me a video of her doing all kinds of crazy stuff for free. And then she tells me, oh, here's a video if you want to buy it. It's $8. It's way different than that last one. And I fucking bought it. $8. You put in your credit card information into this thing. It's a video of her cutting a watermelon. Like, she's not even doing shit. She's wearing an apron, just cutting watermelon. $8. I'm like, whatever.
I mean, dude, I'd jerk off to that.
Right? I'm like, yeah, whatever. $8, I helped her out. I don't feel like I get nothing out of it. About 3 months goes by, and I'm looking at my credit card. Somehow I haven't used it, and I'm over my limit. Dude, I've been getting charged $40 a month for 3 months. She hit me with that secret charge on that damn video. I'm over here on the phone with my credit card company, like, okay, yeah, I didn't pay for that. And they're like, okay, let's see. Okay, the bootylicious, you don't got. I'm like, no, I didn't. That's not, that's not me. You gotta take that off. Got scammed.
It's tough, man. Like, that's like going to the strip club. You know?
Yeah. I mean, at least the strip club, I'm spending this. As long as you don't get too drunk.
I mean, I didn't know that, dude. I went to the strip club, man, and this chick
drinking
took me
a little?
I mean, I wasn't even that drunk, dude. This chick just took me in the back, and she was like, she bent over, She was like, welcome to Arby's.
Oh, wow.
Showed me the roast beef, dude, and I gave her everything I had.
Handed over the credit card.
I was, you can have everything.
Yep, never seen one like that before.
She just pushed me to the side. She was like, all right, thanks. Like,
wow.
She was like, this is, I remember her being like, yeah, this is 7 dances.
That's insane.
And then she like humped me for like 4 seconds and was like, all right, have a good night.
Wow.
And I was like, damn, dude.
But see, you could fight that. Was in America?
It was here, yeah.
See, America, you could shit about it a little bit, like call the credit card company. Dude, I had one in Mexico. Straight up cartel, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even, listen, I was just going to see what it's about. Okay, let's be honest here.
Yeah.
The girl's like, I'll give you a massage, and then she's telling me, yeah, I'll hook up with you if you want for like $100. I'm in the back room for like 10 minutes, like, what the hell am I doing? She didn't even come back there yet. Then she comes back in her little outfit. I'm dude, in a basement of some place in Mexico. Damn. And this girl walks in, and it wasn't the girl that I picked, honestly. And I'm just like, something isn't right. I was like, look, I just got to go. And they take your credit card before you go in. Like,
oh, shit.
This is Mexico type shit. So they didn't want to give me back my credit card. Then they charged me like $250. And the dude's like Mexican cartel. He's like, hey, man, you came back here with my girl. I don't know what you did, man. He's like, this is the price or we could have a problem. I'm just like, yeah, I don't want a problem. No, trust me, you don't want a problem. I'm like, yeah, I'm in Mexico. Nobody knows where I'm at. I'm in some place. And, so I left. And it was like a mother was there. There's girls making tortillas at a whorehouse. They're like, I'm like, dude, what am I doing?
Yeah,
Mother's making homemade
like
tortillas.
A sensei, dude.
People are in there banging left and right. And then, I've been back since like 3 times, but I just went down there. I work on the cruises, so I'm in Mexico a lot. And I swung by
you do
there.
the comedy cruises?
Yeah, I do comedy on cruises. So it'll take you to these weird parts of the country or weird countries, like parts of Mexico that you're probably like, I don't know if we should be here. Like, But it was one of those situations. But yeah, dude, I went back actually the one time just for the hell of it. I told some people about it on the cruise. So we were all together and they went and they met a girl there the night before. And then he's like, yeah, no, I know the place you're talking about. I met a girl there. And then he's waiting. They're like, yeah, 5 more and then you. And this dude's, I'm like, bro, you're really going to wait 5 guys to bang this girl? Like, dude, I couldn't. I'm like, bro, are you for real? He was a car salesman. He's like, yeah, man, she's the best. She's good. I'll wait. I'm just like, bro, this dude's fucking. They were all there. A bunch of car salesmen banging hookers in Mexico.
Yeah, I just like, I hate to say it, man. Like, I wish I could be like that. Because, like, dude, I remember going to strip clubs late at night and, like, you'd walk in, dude, and, like, I'm a Boss by Rick Ross would be playing. Yeah. And you'd just see, like, titties and ass everywhere. Right. And you'd be like, dude, this is going to be a movie. But by the end of the night, I'd be asking girls, I'm like, am I better than these guys? Like, do you really care about me?
Right.
Just giving them, like, hundreds of dollars.
Tell them what you got. My thing was I used to always tell girls what I had. I'd be like, oh, I got this. It's
like, what you packing or like
what I owned at home. I'd tell girls like, oh, no, you don't understand. I got Like I remember one time I was telling about this. This is actually worth money. They're called CT70s. They're little Honda mopeds, but they're worth like $2,000. And I remember telling this girl, like, yeah, it's a CT70. I'm showing her pictures of a moped. I should have just said, yeah, I got some dope.
That'd be cool if you just whipped out like a Pokemon collection.
Oh, dude. But see, then she might not even know what she's sitting on there.
Yeah, like an ancient Mew or something.
She might want the $100 not going. I got a fucking $1 million card right here.
Yeah.
You know? What do you know about that, bitch?
Charizard, dude.
Charizard, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
I don't know much about it, but I'll tell you what, I got a bunch of counterfeit hundreds somebody got me for my birthday.
Really?
They're like, dude, you could use these in your sketches. Part of me wants to take them bitches to a strip club. Dude, they look real.
I think that's a felony, man.
Yeah, you probably catch a felony there. You gotta go to those strip clubs where they're not gonna call the police.
Yeah,
there was
we had a dude in my where I'm from who printed fake money.
What'd he do? 5s, 20s, 5s. You can get away with it.
No, he was printing big bucks, but he was a philanthropist, so he had some heavy like duty lawyers.
Wow.
He was printing like a good amount of fake money though.
Yeah.
I don't know how you get away with that, but
I seen the 5s, dude. Them 5s were crazy. I worked at a bar when the 5s were going around. They got everybody, dude. Them 5s, they looked real, felt real, everything.
I think a lot about stuff I used to have that I could have sold for a lot of money, man.
Yeah, like what, cars or something?
Dude, I used to have a Pokemon card. It was called an Ancient Mew.
Oh, really?
And there was only one Asian kid in my whole elementary school. His name was Albert. And I remember just walking up to him like at recess, and I was like, dude, like, what is this card? And he was like, dude, there's like 4 of those in the world. Yeah. I was like, is it real, man? He was like, it's real. And I threw it away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, look at all this shit. Look at those $2 bills now. They're coming up, are worth money. I used to have a ton of $2 bills. You know, now they're coming out.
All of them?
If you got a certain $2 bill, there's a popular amount of them. They're worth like $1,000. I don't know. It's something about the date or the way the number is.
Yeah.
I see it on TikTok all the time.
Even like golf clubs and shit. I used to have a pair of like wooden golf clubs.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, dude, imagine if you had those now. Your life would be different. You'd be getting your dick sucked all the time.
Oh, I'd be getting so much pussy,
Just
dude.
show girls the golf clubs. You see that?
My fucking 3-wood, dude.
Yeah, I want you to feel it.
Just swing it in the kitchen.
Yeah, dude, I'd always sold shit quick. I was so dumb with stuff. I thought I was a hustler. I would go buy shit and sell it. I would buy shit on like a bank card. When I was 16, I had my first bank card where you put money on it. And I remember being like, yeah, but I sold it for cash. Like, I'd buy the shit for like $30 and sell it for 10.
Damn.
And just be dumb.
In Ohio, did they have any like any stores like bargain outlets or anything like that?
Yeah, we had a Big Lots.
Yeah.
Yep.
You ever go
or dumpster diving, dude. My friends used to go dumpster diving, get a 40-foot hose, try to sell that, dude.
Damn.
You sell a 40-foot hose quick. I remember he'd get those. We'd be fighting over them hoses. And he would, dude. He'd have that fucking, he'd be like, that's 40 feet. Measure it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's out of the package and stuff. Dude, we got so good at it, we started stealing other people's hoses. And then we'd end up, you know, hit them back, try to sell it, go to car washes and sell them hoses. But we'd wake up before school, we'd get all excited.
Yeah.
Dude, we used to drive around and steal hoses. We stole about 100 hoses once. People's hoses from their house. Damn. And we just unscrew them and sell them.
Fuck, man. You made a profit?
People would buy them. I mean, we got them for free. People would buy them.
Yeah.
And we just tell them, yeah, that's a special hose that's pressurized. We would, dude. I remember we made some money for hundreds selling them hoses. Take a girl out, yeah, and we'd be bragging about it. I sold 9 hoses.
That's sick.
You know,
I'm jealous, man. I remember trying to like mow people's lawns.
Yeah.
When I was in high, I didn't even have a car, dude. I'd have my mom drop me off at these. See, my mom would drop me off at like in neighborhoods, and I would just knock on the door and be like, "Hey, do you need your lawn mowed?"
Now, did you have a lawnmower with you?
No.
Wow, that's deep.
So they would be like, "What? Do you have like a truck?"
No, I mean right now, I actually start pulling it out with my hands.
I was so dumb. I'd be like, "Yeah, my mom is gonna drop me off with the push mower, and I'll take care of it, dude." And I didn't even get one person Not even one inquiry, man.
Yeah, now I'm sure. I remember I used to walk around the neighborhood too, same way. I'd get real ghetto. There was a dude I knew, and he was cutting grass a lot, but was more in a bad neighborhood. And he would be like, yo, try and get your lawn cut. And he'd be like real street about it. Man, I'll cut all this shit. And I remember, and then I went to my dad's wife's neighborhood. It was real nice, higher class, and I'm going for a walk with them. And they got the dog, and I'm meeting all their neighbors are out. And dude, I was like, I did it. Dude, and I'm just yelling, just like the dude. My father was so embarrassed. I'm like, I'm hustling. Bro, all his neighbors. I'm like, I'll cut all this shit.
Damn.
Hustling.
Bro, there's nothing better than cutting grass, though, man.
Oh, you feel
ever been
good.
on a ride
Pop
on?
some pills.
You ever been on a ride on? Like a John Deere, dude?
Yeah, I had one as a toy when I was a kid, actually. It didn't cut any grass. It was an old school one. They took the blade off. But I used to just ride around the neighborhood, dude. Straight up.
Oh, it had an engine?
Yeah, people would be like,
shit.
oh, that's that kid from the learning disability class. They'd come by. I'd be just driving around on a lawnmower.
What did it max out
I was
at?
the real water boy. It did about 10 miles an hour. It had rabbit gear and turtle gear.
Oh, so you were gassing it up.
Yeah.
Dude, I worked for, I did landscaping for a summer with no experience.
That job sucks.
No experience.
Yeah.
They put me on a ride-on lawnmower, and this dude was like, yeah, like, go cut that grass over in the corner. Dude, I put in my headphones. I'm listening to fucking Rocky Like a Hurricane, dude. I'm gassing it
Jamming.
up. Dude, I'm going full speed, and I'm blowing the grass on all of the secretary's cars.
Oh, shit.
And I don't even notice. Dude, I did like 3 laps, and I soaked their cars, like completely.
Wow.
A few of them had white cars, completely stained with like feet of grass, dude. And they fucking freaked out.
Oh, yeah.
They wanted us fired, and my boss was like, they get paid $6 an hour.
Wow.
We weren't even making money, dude.
Yeah, they don't pay shit. I had a job in a landscaping company. Somebody got me in. It was called Second Nature, and they didn't want to pay me right either. Dude, I'm busting my ass. Like, I think it was the same thing. I think it was like $7.50 an hour on paper. So it's like you're walking home $5 an hour, and they didn't count loading up the truck. It started when you start the job. We used to have to go. It'd take us an hour. We have to go to the shop, load up the truck, drive to the job. It'd be, and then we'd have to unload the truck. They didn't get paid for none of that. That's a whole extra 4 hours of work.
Yeah.
It'd be like, making $60 a day. I only had it for a couple weeks. I told the guy, I was like, guys, listen, I don't need to be doing this. My cousins build houses. I'm all lying to him. Like, I could do more serious stuff. I want to make more. So he gives me the address. He goes, well, these people need their patio busted out. And I went and did it, and I leave. And, dude, he calls me freaking out. Wrong address. Dude, I just busted out somebody's fucking driveway. Like a nice new driveway, too. Dude, busted it out with a sledgehammer. The kids were home.
Wait.
They kept coming out. They're like, yeah, I called my dad at work. He said, you got to leave. You're not supposed to be here. I'm like, well, I'm supposed to be here. I kept telling him the address. I'm like, it's 867. He's like, no, it's not. Dude, finally, I get about 4 feet left of the driveway, and I look. It's like 876 or some crazy, like the numbers are mixed up. And I just left, dude. Straight left, quit the job and everything. Yep. Seen the dude at my church. I had to leave church. I said, fuck. We go to the same church. I had to quit going to the church over this shit.
Holy shit.
You could always tell him the tone of somebody's voice. He goes, Dominic? Like, and I don't know who he is. I don't like the tone he's taking with my name.
You never got in trouble?
No, I just let it go.
I wish I got in trouble more, man. I never, people would just see me and just be like, leave him alone.
Yeah, something's off with him. I'm good at acting a little off. That it always helps you in life. Like sometimes I remember I started a job and I knew I wasn't going to be there long. It was washing cars, and I would just be like, yeah. I'd always be messing around like that. I'd be like, me and my girlfriend, we get along good. She's messing around with the plumber. And I'm like, I'm going to quit this job in a couple months anyway. I ain't working there for 2 years, though. But, dude, sometimes I go out of character. I'd just be all normal. They'd be like, well, you sound good. And I'd be like, I'd have to clear my throat. Yeah, come on now. I believe in your gal. I'd be talking to people like that for real. Look at me. Look at my face. You got to believe in your gal.
Yeah. That would make me so sad though, man. When people, because I would see other people getting in trouble, and I'd be like, why am I not getting in trouble? You know,
Right.
Why is no one telling me off?
Yeah.
One time, dude, I was at a birthday party, and my buddy, like this dude, he was kind of a bully, and he took like a football, and he was like, "Yo, go run a route." Dude, I ran like as fast as I could, man. I'm running full speed, dude, and I look back to catch the ball, and I ran through the fence. Like I broke the entire fence, dude.
Oh man.
And this dude's entire family saw it.
Wow.
And I remember getting up, and dude, my fucking pants fell down, dude.
Oh,
like they
man.
got caught, like my dick was out, and my balls were out.
Wow.
And I remember looking at his whole family, and his dad looked into my eyes, and he didn't say anything. Like there was no,
He knew what it
there was
was.
no dialogue or anything, and like I remember like asking the kid to hang out like a few days later, and he was like, "Oh, I'm grounded." And I was like, "Why?" And he was like, "Dude, you fucking broke my fence."
Wow.
And I was like, "Yeah, but dude, that was me. Like that wasn't, you know."
Yeah. That's just me being me. What's the problem?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've been lucky with getting in trouble and stuff. You know, I've had jobs where they let shit go. Telemarketing job. I remember me and my buddy worked there, and we hated it, bro. And we got up, left, and stole their grill. And we were like, fuck you. We're flipping them off as we're leaving. And then we realized they can't even mail us our check. We never gave them the real address to our house. So we're broke, dude. After a couple of weeks, we got to go back and pick up our check.
Yeah.
It's been about 2 weeks, and we show up there after we're fuck you and all the. We took their grill and everything, and we were like, you know what? Let's just start working. Me and my buddy, we were 18, so we just sit down and start working. And the boss comes over. He goes, "Hey, hey, buds, what the hell's going on?" We're like, "Oh, we're like, yeah, no, sorry, we had to go out of town last minute." He's like, "No, you stole the grill. You said F you were real vulgar." And he goes, "We'll let it slide, but you can't be doing that stuff." I'm like, yo, they just let us keep working again. We stole all the snacks, left again.
Man. Shit, dude.
Looking back, there's things that I've done at jobs where I'm like, man, I could have been arrested. I was working with this guy one time. We're doing some house stuff, and they were renting it out, and he came back and stole the windows that people were calling me the whole time. He's like, "These are new. This is double pane."
Yeah.
He goes, "Look at these windows. This is double pane glass," and he's really checking them out. And I'm like, all right. You know, so we paint everything white. It's a rental property. And I leave, and the dude calls me. He sends me a picture. This dude came back and stole the windows out of the house.
Really?
Yep.
Holy shit.
Got away with it, too. Like 26 windows.
Yeah, no one's stealing anymore, man.
Go right on Amazon.
It was a weird time. Well, people are stealing like information now, but nobody's. I remember getting my bike stolen a bunch.
Flat
dude.
screen TVs.
Yeah.
Dude, now they're $100. People throw them away. Imagine if you were doing 10 years in prison for breaking and entering for a TV, and then you do your 10 years, everybody's banging you in prison. You know how it goes. And you get out after 10 years of guys just taking turns on your ass. And you get out of prison, and you see these TVs are $100 now.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
You're telling people at like Chili's how you served 10 years for stealing a Panasonic, dude.
Getting banged in the ass. The full 10. It's not like that Shawshank Redemption bullshit. They fuck you a couple of times and leave you be.
Yeah, the inches don't add up, dude.
It's like, dude, the reality is you stole the TV, now you're getting turned out.
Yeah. You got 10 inches for stealing.
I knew people
40.
got turned out in prison. Real good friend of mine. He's
you
like,
got,
whatever.
You got boys in the hood in prison?
I got a friend in there, my buddy Frankie.
You ever visit him?
He got turned out for cupcakes.
Wait,
Dude,
what?
that's the diet plan to where it's like anytime I get weak, you know, I try to lose a couple pounds or whatever, I think like, you know, I give in to the temptation of a couple cupcakes. But, dude, in prison, all the food's terrible. My buddy's real fat. And if nobody gives you money when you're in prison, you can't get good tasting food. All that shit's common. Like
Really?
the Pop-Tarts, the cupcakes, that costs you money. Or you could give the booty up. And he did, man. My buddy Frankie told me. He's like, yup. He's like, I let him turn me out for them snacks, man. Be real with you.
Wait, he let him like get, he got banged for cupcakes?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that makes sense, dude. I would do that.
Pop-Tarts, all that. He's
How
like,
much time does he have to do?
He got a 10-year sentence. He's in there. I got a few friends in there. I know these two twin brothers. They're doing 20 years because they gave somebody a ride. They give this dude a ride. They were like, yeah, they were getting into Lil Wayne. They wanted to start selling weed. This is like 2014. And they go, yeah, they tell this guy, I want to buy a QP. So he goes, all right, give me a ride. I'll get you a QP. So they don't know, and this is in the wintertime. The dude kills the guy, steals his weed, sells them the QP. Boom, it's a done deal. They go home. They wake up. They're on the news, wanted for murder. Somebody got the license plate number. Judge gave all three of them 20 years. Just boom, boom, boom. They all got the same sentence. Yep.
I can't even imagine going to jail for like, still people in jail for marijuana possession.
Dude, trying to get a QP of weed and go down for murder. First off, it's like, I don't know what would have been different. So when they seen it on the news, they both ran. They tried to hide. I know that didn't help them. Dude, I'm ratting on anybody if it comes to murder. I'm going to be like, look, I tried to get a QP. He shot him. I'm not in on this shit.
You're making shit up.
He was on that, I ain't no fucking snitch. He put on his Facebook, guys, you ain't going to hear from me because I ain't a snitch. I'm just like, bro, you're just fucking stupid. 20 years, bro.
I mean, dude, if I knew I was doing a long sentence, I would for sure be going all in, though, with hand jobs and, like, all that stuff.
They say all the bullshit actually happens in the county. When you're in prison, it's more structured. But when you're in the county, that's where you have a better chance of getting in fights or some weird shit like that. My thing is, dude, I ain't serving no damn time. You know that comic that's on the run? Did you hear anything about that?
No.
I wonder what he's on the run right now. He capped somebody. And
shot someone?
Yeah, he shot someone on the N train, and they were like talking like they want to make it a terrorist attack.
He
maybe
shot
give the
someone
dude
on
20
the N
years.
train?
Yeah.
I take the N train like every day, dude.
Yeah, dude, on 8th Street. He capped him, and then they went to the dude. They watched the tapes, all the
over
video
by
footage.
New York, NYU?
Yeah, over by NYU. Yeah. So they, they watch video footage of him getting on the train with a girl and him getting off the train at another stop. They got that facial recognition now.
Yeah.
So it was able to find out where he was getting off the train with that same girl. So they looked up the girl, found her Instagram, seen homie all on the Instagram. They went to her work. They said, hey, what's his name? Because he deleted all his social media. They go, because if we don't give him his name, we're putting you down. You're taking the fall for shooting somebody. We seen you with him.
The longer I'm here, the more I think like it would be nice to have some sort of self-defense besides like pulling my pants down. You know what I mean?
Right. Or like a gun.
But I'm not trying to walk around with a pistol, dude.
Well, then you're only set up for the criminal. I say the best self-defense in this city is always just to act crazy. Nobody knows. You know, like you ever just walking down the street talking to yourself or something. I get real nuts. I'll talk nuts if I'm in a bad neighborhood. I'll be like, nah. You know, people leave you alone.
Yeah, I mean, you and I look like we just like escaped a cave, dude.
You could get a little nuts with it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna bite it off.
Just memorize like one verse in Latin, dude.
Oh, dude. Shine another field into the night. You start doing that shit. I'm sorry, boss.
Yeah, with your dick out.
Yeah. But then sometimes that doesn't work. One time I was acting nuts, dude. Dick was in the pants, but I'm acting crazy. I'm in the Bronx.
Like
I was a little scared. I'm in the Bronx. And I just started acting nuts. I'm like, this works. The dude always leaves me alone. Dude just punched me right in the face instantly.
Oh, that's got to be the worst.
Just one time got me real hard. He's like, act right, man. And I just kept myself quiet and just walked away. Just had to take that L. Sometimes you just gotta take the L. There was like 4 or 5 of them. He got me right in the forehead. Told my girlfriend I hit my head on something. You know, you don't want to come home and I was like, yeah, I bent down, hit my damn head on some steps. She's like, well, how'd you do that? I'm like, look, why don't we talk about something else?
Yeah, you can't tell what really happened, dude.
Oh, dude, I got my ass beat. You still want to fuck me? Got my ass beat by a child. You ever have a kid beat you up?
I had a group of kids threw Skittles at me when I first moved here, dude.
Yeah.
Fucked me up real bad, man.
Yeah, dude, I had a kid, Curtis, man. I'll never forget his young kid. And, dude, he just went nuts, whipped my fucking ass. I didn't see none of the punches coming, nothing. 14 years old. Just went crazy.
Yeah.
I got a couple good hits in on him, though.
This kid, he took a thing of Skittles and he was like, yo, taste the rainbow, bitch.
Oh, wow.
Fucking whipped him at me, dude. And then he kept doing it as I was walking away. And I was like, dude, I could hear him.
Yeah.
I just pretended I had headphones in, but they were with like, they might have been like 13 or 14. And I was like, dude, you should turn around and just start throwing haymakers.
Right.
And then I was like, dude, I would go to jail for a long time.
Yeah.
They were like 14, dude.
Well, it depends if the kid's attacking you. Like I said, this kid was going hard.
Yeah, I mean, I can't like start throwing haymakers, land a few punches, and then tell the cops like that kid threw Skittles at me.
Yeah, be like, his head's real soft, officer.
I was like, listen, he told me to taste the rainbow. I had to fucking do something.
I had a woman full on fight me one time. She was trying to stab me with a letter opener. We were at the W, nice ass hotel in Times Square. And I just did a show. I walk outside, the show's over. Everybody's outside from the show. And this dude that's with the girl, he's her boss. It's like this work thing. He was trying to shag her. She wasn't having it. He's like this old guy. And he goes, hey, you know where we could score any dope? And it just so happens that a ticket seller for the club is outside. He goes, yo, Dom, man, tell him I got him. I just know this dude's a criminal. That's all I know about this ticket seller. He's a pickpocketer, all this stuff. So, the guy's like, do you trust him? What am I going to do? The guy I see every day that's out here robbing people, am I going to say, oh, no, don't trust him, especially since I'm going to see him all the time? I'm like, yeah, trust him. Yeah, this is my guy. So he goes, yeah, let me go to McDonald's. I'll go get you some Coke. He's like, all I got is $300 8 balls. This dude's like, 300? Damn. He's like, yeah, but it's fire stuff. He goes to McDonald's, comes out, gives it to him, walks away. The girl's flirting with me. She's like, you should come back to my hotel. We go to the hotel. This dude busts in the room in tighty whities, pissed off. He's like, this shit is fake. It's table salt. She's like, it can't be that bad. He's like, it's salt. He pours it out on the table. She tries it. She's like, oh no, this is like, it's actually table salt. The dude went to McDonald's, got table salt, put it in a bag, gave it to him. 300, boom, boom, boom. So she snaps. She comes at me with a letter opener, dude. I'm half dressed. We're fighting in the hallway. And this is a powerful girl, used to ride horses. Like, she's got big forearms. And she's like putting that forearm strength on me, dude, with the grip. And dude, I'm fighting her with everything. I sad to say, I gave this girl everything I had, and I still wasn't strong enough. Dude, I fought her so hard. I fought this woman so hard. My legs were shaking because they were completely out of energy. Because I gave her everything. Like, I'm fighting 5 rounds for my life. Like I felt like I'm battling a fucking lion.
Were you a little chubbed up?
We're in the hallway. No, dude, I was feared for my life. She had the letter opener. She got me a couple times, stabbed me, dude. I'm bleeding.
Holy shit.
I'm like, this is for real, dude. You know,
you felt like you were gonna die.
I took her pinky and her thumb and started bending it back to get her to let go of me. And then I run down the steps. She's like, he stole my Coke. There's cops everywhere. She's yelling, he stole my Coke. They were there for a different incident. Dude, I'm running, holding my clothes. I run out. I'm in Times Square getting dressed. I call the dude up. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? You ripped him off. And he's like, yeah, man, good look. Thanks for letting me get that lick. I'm like, bro, I was just with him. They said you ripped him. I was like, bro, that ain't cool.
Yeah,
he's like, I thought you knew I was ripping him off. He's like, bro, I told you I rip people off all day. I'm like, all right. And the dude ended up picking my wallet, too. Got my fucking wallet. Damn. I got him with that hustle. Dude got my wallet. Yep. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, bro, never seen the dude again.
Damn, why'd you vouch for him, dude?
I mean, I felt like I'm going to see him on the streets a lot. I was like, I can't say, no, this dude's a piece of shit drug dealer and lying thief right in front of him. He knows where I work, you know.
Oh, damn.
And honestly, I thought I'd give them some blow. Like, what do you got to lose? That's what I never understood about people that sell drugs. Just come with some decent drugs and you'll never have a problem. These people that always have a problem, it's like, you know, because they're trying to sell you baby laxative.
You were just trying to be a nice guy, dude.
Trying to be a nice guy, get this girl some illegal substances to get hooked on. Just being a gentleman.
Yeah.
You know?
Fuck, man.
These guys used to put baby powder and like crush up Corona bottles and sell it in Times Square to people. bricks in laptop boxes, everything you could think of, man.
Yeah, now people are just getting people are just dying.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, dude,
It's a nice high note to end it on.
I'm like, dude, people are dying, man.
Yep, that's what life is in a nutshell now.
Well, no, dude, it was good to meet you, man.
Yeah, you too, bro.
Yeah,
This
dude,
has been fun.
you're hilarious, man.
Thank you,
I
man.
mean that, dude.
Dude, thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
Like your setup, man. I'll come back and do it if the viewers like it. We'll come back.
Yeah, man, dude. Thank you for coming, dude. And do you have anything you want to plug? You got any shows or?
Not shows, but yeah, check me out. Actually, it's funny your name. I don't know if you caught this. I have a podcast called Dry Salami Podcast. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it's called Dry Salami Podcast. It's me and Dan Hiromi. So it's like I'm Italian. That's where the salami comes in. Dan's more of a drier character, so it's Dry Salami. Boom, boom. We do it weekly. And the Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, Dominic Leonelli.
All right, well, dude, thank you. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you, man. Dude, that's what's up, man.